Hello, it is 6:15 in the morning Pacific Coast time. I am back to do another grid. I am also back at work, which is why I'm doing it basically right when the Immaculate Grid comes out. I did take a sneak peek. I actually think I could get the grid this time. I fully intend to do it. Over the past few days, I've been stuck at 7 of 9, which to be honest, that's actually pretty average for me. Yesterday the average was about 5, so I guess I did pretty good yesterday. Nonetheless, I'm going to seek to top that today. So let's see what we got. All right, today's grid has the Mariners, which is a big help to me, as well as the Braves, Twins, Phillies, All-Star, and MVP. All right, so let's start in familiar territory for me with the Twins and the Mariners. Yeah, I'm going to go with Orlando Mercado. Let's see if he gets out of the, let's see if he gets it to 0.01%. I think that's the high I've seen him at. 6%. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Let's see. So one of the things that I think I might want to do is a bit of a scavenger hunt. I guess I should have announced this in the intro. So before the end of the year, I would like to use each of the players from the 1995 Mariners starting roster against the California Angels in the one-game playoff that determined which team from the AL West that year got into the division series. So that was a game against the Los Angeles Angels. And I won't name all the players on the roster, but I'll go ahead and put it up. And the bugaboos, I think, on this one would be Dan Wilson and Jay Buhner, because each, I believe, only played for one other team. Oh, Edgar Martinez. Actually, that might be the hardest one. But in any case, that brings me back to the grid. So two of these players, I could definitely put on here. Now, I could put Edgar Martinez. That would be the smart bet because there aren't going to be a whole lot of opportunities to put Edgar Martinez on a grid. But I'm going to actually go with Dan Wilson here. I'm going to try to marry rarity score with fulfilling the grid. But if you really want to get a rarity score, you would go with the early Mariners. I don't remember who the first All-Star was for the Mariners. Julio Cruz probably made the All-Star team. That's going to be pretty low. I don't know, like if Richie Zisk made it, right? That would be pretty low as well. But we'll go with Dan Wilson. He might get single digits. 1%. All right. And he played on the 95 team. All right. Yeah, and we will remain in comfortable territory, and we'll go with the Ancient Mariner here. Gaylord Perry. All right, 5%. I'm kind of curious if Mercado will remain at 6% throughout the entire day, or if that comes down. Imagine the sample size is pretty small at this point. All right. So, Twins MVP. I'm going to go with Zolio Versailles. I imagine we could find somebody from the Senators. Walter Johnson, for example, was an MVP. I must have spelled something wrong. If I could spell it right, I'm going to go with Zolio Versailles. Or maybe it's Zoilo. Is it Zoilo? There we go. Zoilo Versailles. I know so little about him, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. All right. But he was a shortstop for the Twins. I believe he's a shortstop that won an MVP, I believe in the 70s or maybe late 60s. So we'll do that. All right. So let's see here. Phillies, Atlanta. I've used this before. We'll go with it again. Go Julio Franco. Select. Okay. Phillies All-Star. I would have to think that Larry Boa made the All-Star as a Philly. We'll go with an oldie moldy. I'm thinking maybe Dick Allen, Robin Roberts. Now, Robin Roberts will probably get a fair amount because he was. We'll go with Chuck Klein. Chuck Klein. And hopefully I'm not doing a Lou Boudreau here. And okay. Yeah, I mean, guy hit 376 in a season. How can he not be an all-star? Okay. Twins Phils. Oh yeah, so Twins Phils. I'm pretty sure Jim Cott played for the Phils. So I think this is the one that's going to make or break me because I mean, what MVP was not also an All-Star? I mean, you may be able to find one, but I'm pretty sure I can get that one. Um, let's see. So Phillies Twins Jim Cott. Okay, come on, Big Cat. All right, 3%. So let's see here. Let's go Braves MVP. Excuse me. I'm guessing that Maddox probably won an MVP. Hank Aaron definitely would have won MVP. Don't know about Eddie Matthews. I would think that when he hit 50 home runs, he at least would have been in the top 3, you would hope. I'm going to go with Dale Murphy here. I'm almost positive he won an MVP in the 80s, like hit 44 home runs or something like that. Okay, Murphy, only 1%. All right, so All-Star MVP. So most of these I'm going to guess are going to be pretty low, with the exception of like Aaron Judge and people who are fairly recent MVPs. So if you go back a ways and not try to get too fancy, I would have to think that Jeff Burrows was an All-Star in his MVP year, although that was like a real outlier for Burrows, and that may have been his only All-Star year. I don't know. Raleigh Fingers won an MVP during the strike season. So I think that might be where I want to go. We'll go with Raleigh Fingers. All right. All right, there we go. Immaculate, 25%. You know, I'm going to, so how many, yeah, we've had less than 10,000 games. So I'm going to check back on this towards the end of the day to see if my rarity score might not go down, because I'm guessing Mercado, that's not going to stay at 6%. Or if it does, Mercado Mania is a thing, and I love it. But in any case, that was my grid for today. I'll probably queue up some silly GIF. But in any case, yeah, hope your grid today is immaculate as well. All right, take care.